Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today's just a little fun episode, kind of more along the lines of like a hobby talk episode. But I wanted to do just kind of like a little show and tell talk video, um, talking about an era of Pokemon that has started to get some appreciation, and I think has a lot more room to appreciate. And I'll talk about reasons why. And that is the Sun and Moon full art, just regular full art cards. I was looking through mine and just kind of looking at recent sales, and some of these are really shocking how much they're going for. Mostly because if they're PSA 10, and I'll show you my four best ones at the end of the video. But this is the era about 2017 to 2019 is the Sun and Moon era, and I think one of the reasons why these cards have been going up in value and getting more appreciation is because if you look at the pop reports of anything new, like from the Sword and Shield era, the Scarlet and Violet era, the Mega era, the pop reports on like full art cards and some of the rare pulls are so high. I mean, and those sets are still getting opened up like crazy right now. But the PSA 10 pop, and that's even with pretty rough quality control here in the Scarlet and Violet era. But yeah, the pop reports on these newer eras are just way higher than like Sun and Moon and XY and Black and White, stuff like that, of the really tough to pull cards. And these were very tough to pull. They weren't as tough as the Rainbow Rares, but I'll go and show another one here. There's the Lunala. They are kind of hard to see on camera with all this the hollow effect on those, but in person they're pretty good, easy to see the Pokemon. That one's a PSA 10. There's a PSA 10 Guzzlord. But yeah, the pop, like a pop on this of a PSA 10, some of these it's like double digits instead of like 20,000, talking like less than 100. It's incredible on some of these Sun and Moon sets, and the quality was pretty decent, so it wasn't super tough to get PSA 10s back then. But oh, this was a really cool one. This was from a special collection box promo. This Charizard, really sweet. I only was able to. I've graded several of these, and this is the best one I ever got. Was a 9. They're very tough to get a 10. This is like undoubtedly over $1,000 as a PSA 10 if you can get a 10. But yeah. But one thing back when these came out, everybody was chasing after the hyper rare cards. Like a lot of these cards have a hyper rare version, which is like a rainbow rare, and they were super tough to pull. The pull rates in those are insane, but they have that rainbow look, and I think as time has gone on, people are less excited about those rainbow rare type cards as they were just like the regular full arts. Even though the regular full arts are much more common, but you know, one of the reasons why is because it's just much easier to see the Pokemon and enjoy the Pokemon instead of that rainbow, like almost like a monochromatic look to the card. Now, you know, it seems like these gold hyper rare cards in the Mega block seem like they're, I mean, they are so tough to pull, but people seem to like those. I think it's because they're new. Those gimmicky type of cards like that, I think they don't hold up as well. Now, I will say the black and white, the Black Bolt, White Flare, you know, you have the all black Zekrom and the all white Reshiram and the all red Victinis. I think those will do very well long term because they're very unique. But these gold secret rares, hyper rares, whatever you want to call them, from the Mega era, I don't think they're gonna hold up. It's just, they're very gimmicky, and like they're going to eventually come out with something better. And then just like the hyper rares, the alternate arts started coming out, and they're much more appreciated than like just those hyper rares. Even though the hyper rares are just crazy tough to pull. So if you've watched the channel, you know I've graded tons of this Sun and Moon stuff over the years, and there's been a lot of misses, but I kept my nicest stuff, and I'm glad I did because it's gone up pretty decently. So this one's a really good one too. The Mewtwo from Shining Legends. Of course, that set had the very first ever alternate art card, the Mewtwo. It's basically alternate art of this card. This one's really tough. This is the Gardevoir from Burning Shadows. And if you know about Burning Shadows, anything after that first initial print run, they had a printing error where there's it's almost impossible to get any PSA 10s after that first print run, just because there's so much chipping and stuff in these edges and corners on the back. So I always have thought it's really good to have PSA 10s of Burning Shadows cards because they are going to always be super low pop. Here's the Kartana, not Kartana, from Crimson Invasion. A lot of these Pokemon, you don't see them very much anymore. A lot of these Sun and Moon Pokemon. Got Silvally. I wonder if they will do the Mega Block that we're in right now is kind of a big throwback to the XY era. I wonder, Pokemon's going to do it. They're going to come out with a type of a throwback to the Sun and Moon era, and that's going to be really, really cool, I think. I'm going to be super excited. And boy, if they do another updated version of the tag team cards, holy cow, is that going to cause those tag team cards to skyrocket, the original ones from Sun and Moon era. That's something I've always thought in the back of my head. Man, the way Pokemon does stuff, if they bring back tag teams, oh my goodness, those cards are going to go just absolutely crazy. See, here's a PSA 9. And you can see chipping all around these little corners and stuff. This was not the first print run of Burning Shadows. So it's almost impossible to get some of those in PSA 10 unless you had very early print runs. Really nice Dialga card here from Ultra Prism. And it seems like the full arts from 2018 in particular have really gone up a lot. Those were the prismatic sets, and I'm not sure why. There was more popular Pokemon were featured in those sets. I think there's Lost Thunder was based around Lugia a lot. Celestial Storm around Rayquaza. So, and then of course Ultra Prism had a lot of really good cards in it, a lot of good trainers and stuff. I'm just saying people in general, the market has really pumped up some of those lately. Nice Entei. I love the Shining Legends set. It's great. We got the Vikavolt from Guardians Rising. That one got 10. The old Oricorio. So Oricorio's still around. I love, by the way, that's one of the cards that I buy anytime I see nice minty ones. The Oricorio by Shinji Kanda. It's in the Phantasmal Flames Ultra Premium Collection. A lot of people, kind of overlook that card because it's Oricorio, and there's that awesome Charizard promo in there. But that Oricorio is amazing, and it's one of the best looking arts I've ever seen. It's just a Pokemon that people don't really love, but I think it's going to hold up really well over time. I've got the Espeon. This one only has a PSA 8, unfortunately. Oh, I remember this one. This was from a special collection. It was a promo. You couldn't. It wasn't from an actual set, and it was. I sent in numerous of these, and finally got this in a PSA 10. And it is a really nice one to have in PSA 10 because it was tough to get one. The Raichu. This is another promo that I sent in tons of them trying to get a 10. Eventually did. This is another example of Burning Shadows, a card that I am not going to get rid of, that's for sure. The Noivern, PSA 10, just because, like what we were talking about earlier, the printing error. This card, I really want to crack this out and retry it, but this is the only one I have. The Rayquaza. It might be slightly thicker on top. It definitely looks thicker on top from the backside. But yeah, it's probably ever going to be a 9. But this card, you get this in a 10, holy smokes. That card's approaching 4 figures in PSA 10. We got Lycanroc. That is from Burning Shadows, PSA 9. Another Burning Shadows had a lot of really good full art cards, but like I said, super tough to get as PSA 10s. This one might. No, I think this is the second print run because I see a lot of white tips on the edges. Darkrai. This was from a special collection box. I only saw one of these collection boxes ever, and thankfully I got a 9 on that one. The Primarina. The old Shuckle in a PSA 9. This is huge in a PSA 10 too. Way more expensive than you'd guess. Jirachi. This is from the Jirachi box promo. I remember going to Walmart and getting those. The Walmart that I went to, I drove across town, like an hour drive. I looked online and they had them, so I drove all the way over there and I think I got like 3 of those boxes. So one of them did get 10. But that thing was one of those big, huge special boxes that I think it had like over 10 packs in it. It was huge. Buzzwole from Crimson Invasion. Got the Bayonet, PSA 10. This is a really nice Sylveon. Guardians Rising looks great with that pink background. Only got a 9 though. So, that one, that's tempting to crack out and retry, but, there's really no reason for me to because it's in my PC. And I just mostly care that it's protected. And, if I ever want to sell this card, I'll probably crack it out and try to get a 10. We got the Golem. That's out of PSA 10. The Celesteela, PSA 10. Zoroark, PSA 9. I remember getting several of these. These were promos, and I just could not ever get a 10 on that one. That one's a tough one to get a 10 on. Like a lot of promos. Got the Naganadel, got a 9 on that one. And let's see. These are my better ones of this era. So we got Eevee. This was from a promo. Being a promo, it's tough to grade these. This is the one I'm always going to keep because I got a 10 on that one. It's a nice one to have a 10. The Gyarados, again, from... this is Crimson Invasion. This was not 2018. This was 2017. But this one's a really good one to have in a 10. And it's really not that tough to grade. I think I've gotten 2 before. The Mimikyu. This is the only time I ever saw this card. And I didn't even see it. It was online. I bought it from Cardinal Gaming, raw. And got it, and it looked really good. I sent it in, got a 10. Now it's a 4-figure card. That's the crazy stuff about Pokemon. This being in this Pokemon era, especially when I started buying Pokemon, which was, back like in the late Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White era. Everything was super cheap, and just seeing how the hobby has exploded, like hundreds and hundreds of X, just crazy, and just really cool. Like I've never seen this card any other time. That's how rare some of this stuff is. And the Lugia, another card that I've never seen another one of, and another one I got from Cardinal Gaming. They had some I don't know, like right now they do a lot of TCG Player Direct, I think, but back in the day when you bought stuff just straight from them, they would always give you the best one if you bought online, which I bought a ton of cards from them and got some bangers from them. I haven't bought much from them since they went to more of TCG Direct, because they're not picking them out. It's TCG Player just sends whatever they got. So, at least that's my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong. But, I have other online people I buy from. I might go back and check them out and see what they got. But, yeah, these two are definitely big wins from Cardinal Gaming. Just buying raw. And, of course, they're a gaming store. So, they don't advertise stuff as gem mint or near mint or mint, sorry. When you're buying trading card games, TCG cards from a gaming store, they will never list them higher than the near mint. And of course they go by TCG Player prices. So to get gem mints, it was pretty awesome. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that little stroll down the Sun and Moon full art lane. And just noticed some of those cards have been spiking up lately, and just some reasons why. Again, the reasons why, I think people want lower pop cards, and these are like so much lower. Like compared to the newer eras, they're like nothing in PSA 10 from the Sun and Moon era. You look at also. People appreciate this type of art more over time than like the hyper rare, rainbow rare type stuff. So I think that's some of the reasons why these have gone up so much here in the last, in this latest Pokemon boom. And there's a lot of great Pokemon on these in this era. Like that Lugia is just awesome. All right, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later. They come for me.